So guys, finally, after many people have lost their lives at the hands of the terror Fulani herders, one of their leaders have come out to speak. And surprisingly, he has the cap of the president of Nigeria on his head. One might wonder, is that why the president has been silent over the buying of Nigerians? I mean, he has never come out to issue strong warning to these Fulanis, even despite we have so many evidence out there, about them occupying the forests in the south and how they've been dealing with their victims. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this video, just for you to hear for yourself what this Fulani leader has got to tell Nigerians on why the Fulanis, the terror Fulanis, why they are terrorizing Nigerians. And we know that many of them are said to be foreigners, but he's saying they are not foreigners. They are not foreigners. Now, whosoever claims they are foreigners should come and show us their nationality. So, is it that the Fulanis in Nigeria are the ones displacing Nigerians, spying Nigerians, and, terrorizing the entire country? Let me just allow you to take a look at this video. Take a look.
Grab their land, occupy perhaps foreigners. The key word here is foreigners. So I would like your take on this as far as that allusion by the DHQ is concerned.
Good morning, viewers. I think this narrative of foreign headers being thrown out anytime you have crisis, I don't know whose interest it is serving, because it's not even serving the interests of the innocent headers that have suffered over the years from attacks and counterattacks. So maybe the defense headquarters have more information. Since they're in charge of security, they can volunteer more information. But from our own perspective, this notion and narrative of foreign headers is a distraction, probably a continuation of a narrative of denying citizenship to the Nigerian headers. And we feel it's one of the challenges to finding peace in this country, particularly with respect to the herder-farmer conflict.
Even at, again, Fulani, they say that there was, in fact, a peace accord between them and the Fulani, but the Fulani are known to always breach the peace accord. So these are the concerns. If you go to Edo State, prior to that distressing event, the people in Uromi had complained about how their women were raped on their farms, some were killed on their farms. Again, the same accusing fingers is pointed at Fulani herders. So can you truly exonerate, criminal elements who are perpetrating this and giving the entire ethnic group a bad name?
You see, the context I want us to look at these issues. You see, for Plateau, I grew in the Plateau, I schooled in the Plateau. Today, my generation are the ones in governance on the Plateau. And we know the root causes of this crisis. Even the latest crisis are not supposed to be tagged farmer-herder conflict. How did it start in Bokos? It was a question of theft of motorcycle that led to those crises. So they now interpret any type of conflicts as farmer-herder. If you go on the Plateau now, there is no any crop that is there for herders to trespass. And the question I always ask, have we lost faith in our judicial system? You see, there are attacks and counterattacks. You have attacks that are followed by reprisals. And unfortunately, there is also politicization of the crisis. If you look at down south, what you have displaced bandits from northwest and other jihadist groups that have found it difficult to stay within the northern part of the country, probably because of the ecology. They are looking for thick vegetation. They move towards the south. And most of them now carry cattle, which are even for trading. Those are not herders. And herders that are now rearing their cattle peacefully, they are faced with double jeopardy. If you don't defend yourself, because security is not there to defend you, these criminals will come and rustle the whole of your cattle. For the Plateau, if the governor wants to be sincere, he has grown together with Fulanis, pastoralists, particularly in his local government. This conflict is just recent, and we know the drivers of those conflicts on the Plateau. It's likely political, because there's an agenda to expel the herders on the Plateau. The governor knows this. His godfather in politics, the former governor, Senator Jang, is a driver of that narrative, expelling herders on the Plateau. And they have renewed that call now. Look at the case of the so-called occupied 64 villages. I laughed when I see those stories in the media. Those are IDP camps that government never took care of. Others were displaced from 43 villages on the plateau. And they now move into those those wastelands, mine lands, and considered a safe corridor for themselves. I want to be disputed. There is no single council ward on the plateau that is being taken over by the headers.
Mr.
So we have to
Alassane,
be honest if we want to have a solution.
Mr. Alassane, you've made strong allegations against the former governor. He's not here to respond, so I'm not going to speak for him, but I'm sure he might be listening and want to answer you. But it's difficult to process to the effect that, given all that is playing out, we have asked you one question that I don't think you've answered. Are you saying, so let me repeat that question again so that I'll put you on record. There are bad and good people everywhere. Are you saying within your rank and file, you don't have criminal elements, militia elements, whichever word is convenient, that are perpetrating this evil in the name of whatever guise amongst you? Is that what you're saying?
You see, I'm telling you categorically that headers that are peaceful and doing their hardened business have no business with this banditry. But you see, when you have state ethnic militia being masqueraded as vigilantes, killing innocent headers, the headers are left with no option but to resort to self-help. Some of these issues you see, the state governors are responsible for it. Instead of you to use conventional security to enforce law and order, you now set on an ethnic army and name it whatever from community security, vigilantes, and they do all manner of injustices to the headers. So I'm telling you, you can quote me anywhere, headers that are peaceful and grazing do not carry arms, are not responsible for these criminalities. But as you know, we have criminals in every ethnic group. Today, can you blame the Kanuris for the atrocities of Boko Haram?
So, Mr. Alassane, so just a moment, we're saying the same thing. So now we're looking, what you're talking about is we're looking for who to blame as the aggressor. What you're saying by extension is the fact that the headers are peaceful until, quote unquote, this government set up whatever vigilante to attack them, and they now attack, or by reprisal they attack them back. So you're saying by essence we have militia headers in that sense to defend the headers who are innocently attacked. Is that what you're saying?
No, you see, don't put words into my... It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you have criminal elements within our rural areas. Some of these criminal elements, you cannot rule out that they are also Fulani criminal elements, because arrests have shown that some of them are Fulanis. But does that translate? Harding is an occupation, it's an economy. But when you criminalize the economy, automatically you are criminalizing the entire ethnic group, which is wrong. You see, we have criminals, we have elements in the southeast, IPOP, killing people, burning economic infrastructure. You do not target Igbo criminals. Treat criminals as criminals. Treat bandits as bandits. Address them. In fact, the hardest can be even a solution to this conflict, because they are the first line of victims.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. These are the things we are talking about. After so much casualty, so much people have lost their lives, so many things have happened, finally this Fulani leader has come out to speak. But one might question why they silence all this while. Why are they not coming out to say they don't know who these people are? Why are they not coming out to tell us the politicians that they think are behind what is happening? Why is the president of Nigeria silent? I mean silent. Sometimes I just keep wondering. Some people will tell you that Fulanis are just a very handful number of Nigerians. They are not much in terms of population. Why is it that the government of the day does not find it needful to come out and speak hard? But see, recently, the AIG of police, I think it means the Assistant Inspector General of Police, said he is going to flush out all the hideouts of the IPOB members. He said it toughly. And somebody was reacting to that post. I mean, there's this human rights lawyer on Twitter. He was asking him, okay, because it's the Southeast, what about the Fulani headers that have been buying people? You've not gone to flush them out. What about Boko Haram? What about Islam? What about all those people? Your strength is only when it comes to the Southeast. So you can imagine if the police had been talking tough, Because with all these things that happen, you don't hear anything from the military, you don't hear anything from the police. The military head came out recently and said these things are political. It's more of a political problem. That even if they use, manpower, as in kinetic, that if the political side of it is not resolved, nothing is going to be achieved. So you just keep asking. This person will throw the blame game because the state governor said he is waiting for the security agencies to find out what is the cause of this problem and to know who should be held responsible and how to end this thing. And then the security, CDS, that's Chief of Army Staff or Chief of Defense Staff, so something like that, he came out to say that it is more of a political problem, that they should go and resolve it. So the blame game will have been going this way, that way. So the question remains, who is to be blamed for what is happening in Nigeria in terms of this insecurity coming from the header? See, that of Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of them, those that want to, impose jihad on Nigeria, is a different topic altogether. And this one now is also a different topic altogether. But guess what? The political will. If Tinubu has stood up, the way nnamdi Kanu is being prosecuted, if they had held Fulanis, these headers, prosecute them for others, just for it to serve as a deterrent, we won't be there. But when it comes to the Southeast, the small section of the country that should be smashed, they should not be allowed to rise. They should not be allowed to rule. They should not be allowed to partake in leadership in this country. If these headers were to come from the Southeast, what do you think would have happened? I leave that question to you. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.